the Warner Brothers studios, here she is now, Ellen DeGeneres.
Hello! Today we have a very special guest, Head Prosecutor of the ICC. Before we welcome this guest, you have to know a few things about the ICC. The ICC stands for the International Criminal Court. According to the American non-governmental organization Coalition for the International Criminal Court, the ICC is the first ever permanent, treaty-based international criminal court established to promote the rule of law and ensure that the gravest international crimes do not go unpunished. The ICC is complementary to the national criminal jurisdictions. Now, come on out, Luis Marino Ocampo!
Well, hello. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Of course. So let's get started. So, Luis, tell us a little bit about your job as head prosecutor of the ICC.
Well, currently, there are 7 investigations that are active. My job is to investigate the worst criminals around the world. I'm able to file arrest warrants and lead individual investigations on different people and places. Today, I will be focusing on several convicted war criminals from the Democratic Republic of Congo.
So, there's a lot of war crimes being committed in the Congo. What are some of the factors that are fueling all this terrible crime?
Well, the overall cause is the Second Congo War. This war has been the most deadly war in recent history. Over 5 million people died. In a very short summary, the former leader of Congo, Laurent Kabila, stole the money coming from Congo's resources, such as gold, to fund his personal desires. However, there are other contributions to the start of this war. This obviously angered the Congolese people and caused a great outbreak. Many different groups rebelled against Kabila.
Wow! Congo is a really messed up place. I've done some research and I found out that Thomas Lubongo Dilio is the only international criminal from the Democratic Republic of Congo to be found guilty. Tell us a little more about him.
Yes, Dilio founded the Union of Congolese Patriots, not to mention he was a key contributor to the Ituri conflict.
The Ituri conflict? What is that?
Well, the Second Congo War contained many smaller conflicts, such as the Ituri conflict. There had been many tensions over land rights in the northeastern part of Congo between the Hima and Lendu groups. These tensions led to much violence and a large death toll. Dilio was a part of the Hima group.
What was Dilio convicted of?
Unfortunately, he seemed to cover it all, from murder to rape, torture, leading massacres, having child soldiers, and mutilation.
So, where is he now?
Well, Dilio is currently in the ICC custody, facing life in prison.
Wow! Justice has been served. Now, inform us on the leader of the Patriotic Resistance Force in Ituri, Matthew Chewy.
As I said before, the Ituri conflict was between the Hima and the Lendu tribes. Chewy is Lendu and therefore fought on the Lendu side. He was the former commander of the National Integrationist Front, which was a group that actively fought in the Ituri conflict.
Wow! Chewy is high up in the ranks. Was he ever caught for his crimes?
We were able to bring him to court. However, he was not found guilty. He is accused for murder, using child soldiers, sexual slavery, pillaging, 6 counts of war crimes, and 3 counts of crimes against humanity.
Oh, that is awful. How can someone who is accused of all these terrible crimes be found not guilty? Where is Chewy now?
Currently, he is in the Haaglanden prison, one of the ICC cells.
Wow. I heard this case is called the Katanga case. Is there someone else besides Chewy who is involved in it?
Actually, Ellen, this is what I was going to touch on next. How convenient.
How convenient.
Jermaine Katanga is the commander of the Patriotic Resistance Force of the Ituri. Well, he used to be. The two, Chewy and Katanga, were accused of a joint attack in the Ituri province. Although they were accused, they remain not guilty.
So how do you feel about this? When will justice be served, and why is it taking so long?
Trust me, if I were allowed to give my opinion on the matter, I would.
Ha, trust me, I trust you. So earlier on, you mentioned war crimes and crimes against humanity. What is the difference between the two?
War crimes, if going by the denotation of the word, are crimes committed during war and due to war. Crimes against humanity are crimes that are committed against a population. For instance, Katanga and Chui pillaging the Ituri province.
Enlightening. How did the crimes of these people affect the innocent Congolese citizens?
Well, Ellen, I'm glad you asked. I have some footage of some of the Congolese citizens who are going through these terrible times. Let's see what they have to say.
Ce pays est toujours en destruction depuis 1960 jusqu'aujourd'hui.
Alors, j'étais condamné de vivre dans la brousse comme un animal. C'était plus ou moins 27 jours.
Les militaires ont tenté de tirer sur moi 2 fois.
Ma porte et ma fenêtre étaient trouées par des balles. Je dis que nous étions tous morts. Je dis que j'étais mort dans la maison. C'était un moment difficile que j'ai passé dans ma vie.
J'ai personnellement été arrêté par ces bandits nocturnes. C'est après avoir été gardé dans la brousse pendant, je crois, 2 heures que j'ai réussi à prendre la fuite, les mains liées derrière le dos.
Wow, that was touching. Thank you so much, Mr. Ocampo. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you. So, see you next week when we interview Rohit Goyal, the Vice President of East High School. Woo-hoo!